All right, we did it.
We did.
But doing it was infinitely easier than finding it.
I don't know, it's pretty painful.
Yeah, that's true, no doubt about that. So a lot of questions, but there were several very pointed questions that our viewers had. And well, we're gonna get into that after the intro. Think that'd be a good idea?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so let's roll the intro.
Are you even excited? Bury that, I'll move on, walk right out. I'm up all night, keep pretending, save the world. I'm up all night, keep talking, yeah. Bury that, I'm out of here. I'm out of here.
All right, hi everyone,
Welcome.
welcome to the channel. All right, so we're gonna kind of get into it like we sort of mentioned in the beginning.
So we don't want to leave you hanging anymore.
That's right, so a week is long enough, right? A week and a few minutes here. So where do we start, at the beginning?
Let's start at the beginning. Let's just do a quick recap on the 4 houses, the finalists, and do the big reveal, I guess.
Yeah, sounds good. All right, so
House
right.
number 1 was the Koi Pond house.
Yep,
Really nice house. Jordan loved it, but the backyard was just too small.
yeah, it just wouldn't work for us.
Yeah.
And so that was sort of a non-starter, but it was a really nice house.
It was really nice.
Yeah,
And then house number 2, we called it Pride Rock because of the really cool rock and the waterfall.
yeah.
Well,
That
we
was a
put-
cool backyard.
That was, and the fact that the
the generational, intergenerational, multi-generational
Yeah.
living arrangement.
was separated. We liked that house so much that we, meaning the whole family,
Yes.
we put an offer on it.
Yep, we sure did.
Unfortunately, we couldn't come to an agreement on the terms, and it just kind of fell through.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
So after that, we moved on to number 3.
The farmhouse.
Yeah, Jordan loved the farmhouse.
Yeah, but then she realized the house isn't going to grow with her.
Yes.
So, and I was a little bummed out because I thought we had an opportunity to park the rig on there, but it didn't look like that was going to happen either.
Yeah, HOA, and we could have bought the land, but there was still an iffy situation with the HOA. They weren't crazy about the thought of it in the beginning.
Right.
So we didn't get the warm and fuzzies.
So obviously, we got house number 4.
That's right.
And I forgot what.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
We didn't really nickname
Yeah.
the house. It's sort of the house.
The house, yeah.
Yeah, but we ended up getting that. And that's actually where we're at right now.
now.
Yeah.
Our future home.
Sort of.
Sort of, right.
Yeah, so let's, we want to get into some of the questions.
Yeah, so before we give you a tour of the lot, what our plans are, there's been a lot of questions that we've had, so we thought we should probably get those out of the way.
Yeah, so in terms of what you guys, in terms of guessed and thought about the houses, number 2 and number 4,
Yeah.
far and away the 2 most popular choices that you guys made.
And ours too.
And ours too. So you guys were right on there.
Yeah.
We were, we're thinking together, man.
You know us well.
That's right. And like I said, really close on number 2, but we ended up with number 4. And really number 4 with no HOA,
Yeah.
more land, gives us more capabilities to kind of do what we want to do. And let's also set the stage straight here. A lot of people were saying, oh, is this your decision or is this, Jordan's family's decision?
Oh no, she's dragging our little rear ends along.
Yeah, everybody.
We should be in Michigan right now.
Everybody was involved in this decision.
Yes.
And ultimately, Jordan made the final decision on this one.
Well, Jordan and James, yeah.
Yeah.
So it was mutual. And I think that was one of the questions is, where is the son-in-law in all of this? Well, he likes his privacy and we want to respect his privacy.
And he's working.
We're retired. We thought, okay, Jordan's got 3 kids to raise, so we're here to help.
That's exactly right. So, so we're, and what was the other big question?
Well, where's the son-in-law? Was he involved?
And who's buying this house? Well, okay, so first off, that's sort of a kind of a private thing, but everyone's got skin in the game. We're helping our daughter and her family, as we did in Huntsville.
Yeah. And then this way they don't have to get a mortgage and pay those stupid mortgage rates.
Yeah, because interest rates are high right now.
Yeah.
And we're at a position where we can help out, and so that's what we're doing. It worked in Huntsville, great.
Yeah.
We're going to do the same thing here. So, all right. What do we want to do? A little tour?
Do y'all want to see the property and see what we've got planned?
Yeah.
Now, in the meantime, so we've been in the house. Not we haven't. Jordan and James have been in the house, and the kids have been in the house for about 3 weeks.
Yep.
Got some projects done, as you can see. Here's a preview.
Yes.
And in the next couple of days, we've got some big changes coming on.
Yeah, huge.
So before any of the changes start, we wanted to give you a quick tour and let you know kind of what our thoughts were with this house.
Yeah. And one of the other questions that we had was, why are we so involved with this?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, we should be in Michigan right now.
Yeah, we really should, and that was the plan. We're not helicopter parents, bulldozer parents, or whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
Jordan asked for our help. She was in Huntsville, Alabama, getting the house ready for the move, with children in school and 3 children to watch. James was in another state working.
Yeah.
She needed a little bit of assistance finding the house.
Right, and we're retired, so heck, what else are we going to do, right?
Yeah, we're stupid. And we canceled our plans to come down here.
Yeah, and the biggest thing that we've gotten questions on is, so why is it such a big deal that we have to park our rig on property? Well, this goes way back 8 or 9 years when Jordan and James first moved to Charleston. We were staying at a campground down there, and the campground in their house was about 20-25 minutes away.
Yeah, only about 13 miles.
Yeah, but it was through heavy traffic, and so it was clunky. It was just cumbersome to drive back and forth, and oh well, she needed us to do a project, so we'd have to go back to the RV, pick up the tools, come back.
Yep.
Oh, she's missing
an ingredient for dinner or lunch.
And, it's like, oh, I've got that in the RV.
Yes.
Because y'all know what big preppers I am. So if you saw the Alaska series Prepper, I'm like that all the time, not just for Alaska.
Though we don't have 6 boxes packed like that everywhere, but
they're not boxes anymore.
They're not boxes. They're crammed in the cabinets.
They're not crammed. So then she moves to Alabama, and she happened, just by pure happenstance, they got a piece of property where we could fit the rig in.
Yeah.
And it worked out so well because we can babysit the kids. If she needs to just run out to the store, get the kids from church or something, then we could just sit there and watch them. The kids love coming over to the camper.
Oh, it's like camping every day for them.
So in the morning time, they'll come over, and then that gives Jordan a 10 or 15 minute break.
Knock.
Whereas if we were at a campground, we would schedule our time. And then, like what David said, if she's missing an ingredient, she wants to make chicken piccata and she doesn't have capers, well, I'm kind of like her spare pantry.
Yeah, the auxiliary pantry.
The auxiliary pantry on wheels. So we're working on the whole meal planning thing with her, so she doesn't have to take as much. But it's just so much more convenient.
Yeah, and she really liked it.
And she insisted on it.
Yeah, because we told her, we said, look, this is going to be tough, And because if we weren't if she didn't want us on property, she could have had a house within the first month.
Yeah, they would have already been moved in back in January.
Yeah, no problem.
So, but that was her #1 box to fill.
Yeah, and we talked several times about it. We said, look, this is going to be tough. This is going to be hard. And she says, I don't care.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay. So anyhow, we went round and round, but finally ended up with something that we think is going to work.
For everybody.
For everyone. This is a win-win, as they
Yeah.
say in business.
Yeah. So that's that. We just wanted to set that straight because it was her decision, not ours.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, because now it's like we're going to get on the knock on the door early in the morning. My pantry level's going to go down. We are going to babysit a lot. We're going to be more available to do chores.
When we're here.
When we're here.
We're still going to travel.
Definitely.
That has not changed.
Yes, and
we're going to be hitting the road, and we're still going to travel, still got plans.
yeah.
So none of that's going to change.
Because this seems like a lot of trouble just to, whenever we're here, like for a week at a time.
Yeah.
Probably 3 or 4 times a year.
Yeah.
But for that week that we're here,
Oh, man.
it means the world.
It's really nice for
Yeah.
everybody.
But yeah, we definitely still plan on traveling. Being in one place for this long it's killing us.
Yeah, so the good
Yeah.
news is we have projects, keeps us busy,
Yeah.
keeps us interested, but we're getting hitch.
Yes.
Yeah.
I need a break. This retirement's too exhausting.
So let's get into it and let's kind of do a little tour around the property. Number one concern getting into the property is getting to the property.
So we could get through the neighborhood,
Yeah.
but then the road that the property is actually on, it's a single lane road.
Yeah.
It's like a one-way road. So we're going from a 2-lane road to a 1-lane road. And we've mentioned multiple times in previous videos, we need 3.5 lanes to make a turn. So
we think the first turn here, well, I think, there's enough wiggle room. I don't think that'll be much of an issue. It'll be close, but everything for us is close.
yeah.
Yeah, once
But-
we get closer to the house,
Yeah.
it gets dicey.
So this kind of reminds me a little bit about that property we went into, the beehive guy.
Oh, yeah.
Not five guys.
Five hives.
Yeah, so that was a 2-lane road going into a single lane road.
Yes, and I had a little shoulder, and it was going downhill.
Yeah. And
We
we're
made
going
it.
kind of flat to uphill, but it's curvy. And I guess there's not a lot of soft dirt and no place
thank
for you to get
goodness.
stuck.
Man.
So,
Well, technically I didn't get stuck. I
you just
sort of
plowed through it, about
right
ran
through it.
right over me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the first hurdle is, can we actually get onto the road where the property is?
Yeah.
And you think we can do it?
Yeah, and
even
I
though
think we
there's
can
like
do it.
a ditch on either side.
Well, there's a ditch on 3 sides.
Yeah,
So-
because there's just 2 roads.
Yeah. I think we can do it though. Yeah, I think so.
And a sign,
And
the
a sign.
street sign,
I see a sign.
a mailbox. So let's
All right.
take you up to the entrance of the property.
Yes. So getting up the drive, no problem, but right here, I feel like I'm surfing.
It's about a 10 to 12 degree slope.
Yeah, so
I'm mildly worried that we're going to tip over and hit the house.
yeah, we did this at Theodore Roosevelt National Park area where we boondocked. So we think it was about the same 10-degree slope or so. So we think we're going to be okay. If not, this is kind of a good wave to surf.
If not, we might have to remove the driveway and level it out. Let's
yeah.
hope we don't have to do that.
Let's hope we don't have to do that exactly, because that would not be fun. That'd be pricey.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, so we think we can, after we've widened the driveway, we think we can get to this point with the existing infrastructure. I'm gonna have to cut down a few trees. So now we're gonna go up this way.
This is the taxiway.
Yeah, and
to
so we're
the
gonna
runway.
create a little road.
David's done some little excavating himself.
Yeah, I've got to cut this pipe here for a sprinkler system and eventually maybe reroute it. We'll see what's going to end up happening. But this will be a road here, and we'll make it wide enough to where we can make a turn. And at this point, of course, a few of these trees will come down. We're going to turn to the right, and we're going to head to the North 40. And they're going to clear some trees down, level it side to side. This part of the property, the elevation is not too bad. So it's going to be a side to side, clear out about 12 feet wide, roughly, and then pack it down. They'll gravel it, and then we're coming back this way.
So it'll be a straight back in, almost like a 3-point turn.
Yeah, exactly.
And
we're going to come back this way, get rid of that big old pine, and just the edge here of where the trees are. And then once again, it'll widen to about 15 feet back where we're going to actually eventually park the rig. And we'll have power. Hello, Mr. Spider. And you wouldn't have liked that.
No.
We'll have power back there just so we can hook up when we're visiting. Also when it's stored, because we're still going to use Curiosity on a few trips.
And we're hoping Curiosity can be in that open area right there. So yeah, when we're off on Curiosity, we can have Orion and Voyager parked right here in the runway.
Yeah, exactly. And it'll be a storage for us. So there's going to be some work involved, and they're going to get going on clearing some of these trees, but we're going to leave the vast majority of the trees in the back. We love the privacy and love the lot. So we're gonna keep those, but we'll just get rid of some of these scrubs here on the edge.
And what's nice is we're literally right behind the house. So here's the back of the house, and we're going to get rid of this fence right here.
Yeah,
and
as you
extend
can
it.
see where I've dug down, I've got a jackhammer because they put the fence posts in concrete.
So, so pretty nice. We'll be tucked away, hidden in incognito stealth mode.
Yeah. So a lot of work to be done, but it's exciting because I think it's going to be kind of cool once we're done. Yeah. So, all right, we ready to get started?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's do it.